Welcome to Coffee and Tarot with Mama T. My name is Teresa, and I am welcoming my Aquarius friends in for your October reading. Very excited to see what the cards have to say to you this month, as I have had your cards and your tarot cards, some oracle cards, and some charms. I've had them sitting in this bag for the last several days, and they've been charging with crystals, and I have no idea what's in here, and I'm excited to discover what spirit has to say to you, right alongside you. So let's call in spirit, and I will get a candle lit, and then I'll explain the kind of reading that I'm doing this month. This month I'm doing a 12 houses tarot reading. It's based on the 12 houses of your astrological chart. And so it's a very comprehensive reading. They've been taking about 45 minutes or so to get through. If that is a long time for you, then feel free to pause it and come back to it. But please do come back to it, because there's so much good information. In the spirit has just really been pouring out some great wisdom for each of the signs, and I would hate for you to miss out on any of those different pieces of advice for those domains of your life. First, I'm going to put the camera overhead so that you can see what the layout of the reading looks like. I'll get some of the cards turned out, and then I will put the camera back in front so that I feel like I'm talking directly to you. All right, we'll get started here in a moment. All right, so this is what your reading looks like. We've got each of the 12 houses put in a circle around this mandala in the middle. And here are your cards. This card has been sitting on top of the bag to let me know which sign this particular group was for. And your key phrase is "I know." And then I've got another significator card that I was using while I was shuffling all of the cards and getting everything all put together last week or so. This card was sort of keeping everything secret for me. And the other key word for Aquarius is collaborate. I like that. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We've got a few trinkets in here as well. You have labradorite, so this is good for psychic capabilities. You got a dragonfly, Phoebe, the word family, and a key. Okay, we'll see what other things we have in here. Your truth bomb of the month is intention is everything. So that I believe so strongly. Really have to set good, solid intentions if you're going to manifest anything. Your quote of the month is, "Whatever you do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it." This is from Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Your angel message is, "There is great strength in vulnerability. Freely embrace your authentic self to find your true power." I love that too. Then we have a couple of zodiac cards from the Z100 deck, Oracle deck. And the first one is a zodiac archetype. It's an archetype of Aquarius. If you get one of the negative archetypes typical for Aquarius, then it's just a warning from Spirit telling you to be aware of it and watch for those tendencies. If it is a positive archetype, then Spirit is saying lean into that and magnify those qualities. And the one that you get is The visionary, innovative, progress, and revolutionary ideas. I would say that is definitely positive. Then your Aquarius card you got the 6 of Aquarius, and the symbol is an airplane. Travel, long distance, speed, overcome, rise up, freedom, no boundaries, breaking free, in control, things work out, taking off, leave it behind, and internal guidance systems. I like all of those keywords. Those are excellent. Okay, so next up after this, we are going to have a few cards. These are oracles that will be saved for the end. You're going to have an affirmation card. This is a spirit goddess card. This is a spirit animal. These are some keywords. We'll see if they fit in with any of the tarot cards that you get. And then this is actually move those up a little bit. And then this is a angel number. And you've got an oracle card as well. Now we will go through, and I will put the camera in front, and we will go through all of your tarot cards together and see what we have for the month of October. Okay, without further ado, we will get started. This is, as I mentioned, a very comprehensive reading. If you enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up on this. Click that like button. I do put a lot of effort and energy into these readings, and it's amazing how that little tiny action that you can take of hitting that like button, what a difference that makes to me. So hit that like button, and if you enjoy content like tarot readings and oracle readings and things along those lines, then feel free to subscribe to my channel. It's free, and then you will be, my content as I produce it will be showing up in your feed. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. We have, first of all, with your first house. The first house is the house it governs your body and basically your arrival when you were first born. It is the house of your rising sign, and your rising sign, it was the sign that was on the horizon at the moment of your birth, and that has an impact on your personality and your physical appearance. Your sun sign is the sign that captures who you are in your soul, but your rising sign has more to do with your appearance and what you choose to show to the world with your personality. And so the card that you receive in this particular area is the Four of Swords. I think another sign received this card for trying to remember which sign it was. They received the Four of Swords in their first house as well. And what this tells me is that your body needs rest. Your body needs rest. And so you are being called upon by Spirit to take that opportunity to relax and rejuvenate and spend some time in reflection. All of those words that start with the letter R, R-E, relax, restore, reflect, rejuvenate, all of that you're being called upon to do that. And you may have been getting hints of that from the universe or your own body for some time now. But now you're hearing it again. And the message, I hope, will come through loud and clear. Your body needs rest. Even if you just add in another 15 minutes before you go to bed at night, before you normally go to bed just a few minutes earlier, sleep in a few minutes later, as long as you're on time for work, of course. Take naps, or reduce the intensity of some of the things that you do during the course of the day. Those things are going to help you as you go through your month. If you don't listen to this advice, then the universe has a tendency to force the rest on you. And, it'll be like, okay, cheers. Here's a case of the flu for you. Or, a knee injury, or something that is going to require that you take the rest that you need. Just get some rest before that happens. This can also have to do, since the first house governs your personality, it can have something to do with your personality too. Maybe you've spent a lot of time being extroverted, engaging with a lot of people around you, and maybe you just need a little bit of quiet time, a little bit of solitude, and a little bit of reflecting time too. So maybe personality wise, you just need a little bit of rest as well. All right, second house is your house of the things that you own and your resources. This is your money, or anything that you would consider an asset. The second house is governed by the sign of Taurus, and Taurus's key phrase is I have. Aquarius's is I know, and Taurus, theirs is I have. And so anything that you can have in the physical 3D realm is governed by the second house. And so your second house of resources is, the card that you receive here is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, I like to say that about both the Queen and the King of Swords is that they suffer no bullshit. They just don't, they see through it. They know the truth. They have insight. They have foresight. They can see for miles, and they know exactly what the truth is, and they want to hear it. And the Queen has a tendency to look inward or reflect back, and the King looks outward and looks forward to the future. But they both have this similar quality. And if they see something in that truth that is around them, they have that sword right in their hand, and they can just cut it right out. So when it comes to this being in your second house of resources, or things that you have, this might be a sign that you are at a time in your life where you want to pare things down. You need to pare things back. Maybe you need to declutter or reduce the amount of physical things that you own. Maybe you just feel burdened by it, by stuff. And so that might be one way of looking at this particular one. Another way of looking at it is that you have the clarity and the insight that you need in order to make wise decisions when it comes to financial choices or investments. You will see through the truth. Don't take financial advice from me, of course. That's not the intent of this reading. But this is the house of your finances and things that you own. And so if you choose to take this, it may resonate for you in this particular domain of your life, that you feel like, I've got clarity on this, and I'm going to make this decision on this investment or that one. And if you have somebody talking in your ear about investments or something that you should be making, you'll be able to use your discernment in order to know what's bullshit and what's not. So, all right, in the third house of your messages and communication, this is This house is ruled by Gemini, and so it is all things that are communication. It's all forms of communication, whether it is conversations that you're having, emails that you've gotten, mail that's coming in, all of that. I have a dog calling me. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. We were on the fourth house. The fourth house of roots. And where did the fourth house card go? Third house, fourth house. I must have set it down here. Hold on a second. All right, had to find that card that I set down, because if I set something down or if it drops to the floor, who knows what the dogs will do to it. Okay, fourth house is your house of roots and home. And this can be your family of origin. Your parents are within your fourth house, your siblings, your sibling-like friends that you've had your whole life, cousins, if you're close to your cousins, can be here. It can be also your physical home that you have right now. And sorry, my dogs are playing right now right underneath this table. So I'm sure that's noisy. I'm sorry. It can be your physical home right now. And the card that you receive here in this particular house is, get some of these things put away here. The Star. The Star card is it's a wonderful card. It's a card of hope, faith, wishes granted, wishes and dreams fulfilled. So having this within your fourth house of home tells me that maybe you're looking forward to moving. Maybe you are trying to purchase a house and or sell your house, and those kind of things can come through based on this card here. Your offer will be accepted, or somebody will put in an offer on the house that you're trying to sell. This can be just really good, warm, pleasant experiences with the people from your family of origin. This can also be, some kind of shift in your home. If you're not selling or moving, or getting a new apartment or something like that, then this can be a card where that talks about you making some sort of home improvement that is going to make a difference in how you feel within your home environment. It can just be as simple as painting a wall, and it's amazing how just that kind of a change can make an impact on your mood from day to day. But anyway, whatever it is, it's going to have a happy outcome that will make you feel fulfilled and fill you full of hope throughout the course of October. So I love that for you. Now, the fifth house of creativity and passion, this is your creative projects. They are your passion projects. They can be things that usually it's your hobbies, but it can be like passion projects within work. If you are if you're doing something at work that you're really passionate about, you're learning something new, or you're contributing something new, or working on a particular project that is really your thing, those kind of things can live within this house too. But it's usually something creative. This card shows the theater, and this card shows a painting on an easel. It can be, your whatever kind of hobby that you really enjoy spending time doing. whether that is, being a musician or cooking or, writing, any kind of creative effort that you like to, things that you like to spend your time doing. And the card that you got is the Five of Wands, and I think this is funny because Aries got the Five of Wands within the fifth house as well, and I have an Aries sun and an Aquarius sun, and they're both musicians, and so I'm going to use the same example that I used on my Aries reading that I used here. This can be this card usually signifies some sort of conflict, but what I think about it as a like a collaborative kind of conflict. And the example I used is, let's say you're in a band, you're the drummer in the band, and you and the bass player just completely disagree about the beat that is going on in this particular song. The singer wants you to do something else. The guitarist thinks that you are going too fast or too slow. And everybody just disagrees with how things are going on this particular piece of music. Sometimes words are said, somebody storms off in a huff. They think about it and they come up with a solution. And then they come back together and they create something wonderful. The Five of Wands is the kind of conflict that usually you're collaborating, everybody cares about the outcome, and so that's why there's this conflict, because everybody has skin in the game and they really want to produce something well and um, uh, produce something good, produce a good product and produce it well, and so they can kind of, they have a little bit of ego involved in it. Each person does. But usually it winds up working out okay. It's also the kind of conflict that you can walk away from. It's not, there are other types of conflict in the tarot that are things that are done to you. And there's no choice in the matter. It's just, it is what it is and you have to deal with it. This is the kind of thing that you can say, do I want to be a part of this conflict, or do I want to just take a step back for a while? That's the kind of nature of this sort of conflict, and I think it's more of a collaborative energy than it is a conflict energy. So in your house of creativity and passion, that just says, that there may be some conflict going on with either something that you're passionate about or that is your hobby, whatever that hobby is in particular. It can be your own internal conflict, like, how do I fit this into my life? My schedule is so full, I'm having to do overtime at work, and I've got my commute, and I need to take care of my family afterwards, and et cetera, and so on and so forth. And how do I fit in the thing that I really care about? So it can be an internal conflict as well. And so that this just tells me there might be some sort of, conflict about that going on with you in October, but it's something that you can choose to solve it, or you can choose to put it on the back burner if you want. I think creativity and passion projects should always be prioritized personally. So, okay, sixth house is your house of routine and your house of sustainability. These are your daily chores, your daily, your bedtime routine, your morning routine, the things that you do every day that help keep your life going smoothly, so you're not feeling like you're always scrambling. Like, you do your laundry on Saturday or Tuesday or whatever day, and that way if you follow through on your routines, then you don't ever have times where you don't have enough clothes for work or whatever. Or you follow your routine, and so you always know where your car keys are. You follow your routine and you've always got lunch stuff in your fridge. That's the idea of this particular house. It's the things that make your life sustainable and make it flow easily from one day to the next. And the card that you get, oh gosh, it's so awesome. You get the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is a wonderful card. It is a card of the happy family. In the Rider-Waite deck, it's not, I mean, you can sort of see it here. The sun is illuminating these two people with stars for heads. So you can feel that sense of happiness. But the 10 of Cups, these all got mixed up here. Here it is. The 10 of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck shows, the happy family underneath a rainbow, full cups up in the sky. They have everything that they want and need, and they're just so happy and full of love and abundance. So that's the idea of the 10 of Cups. And to have that in your 6th house of sustainability or routine just means, you're going to have that kind of abundance and support in your daily life. As you are going through your daily routines, you're going to have either somebody there with you enjoying that day-to-day process with you, somebody there to help lift the load of the daily chores and all of that. And it will make it all the more sweet to have that partner with you. If you don't have a partner and you're not partnered up and love is not in your forecast for the month of October, you will still find a great deal of satisfaction and a sense of abundance in following your routines. And if you need to shake up something about your routines in order to make them feel more fulfilling, that's what you should do right at the beginning of the month. Try something new, tweak your routines a little bit so that you will be making sure that you're doing the things that do fill your proverbial cup. You want those 10 cups to be full. Okay. Oh, I love that. Alrighty. Then let me put these cards away before I forget. Then in the 7th house of partnership and relationships, this can be a close partnership like a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a marriage partner, or it can be any kind of close relationship. It can be a business partner, or a friend that you are working with closely on something, to where they feel more like there's more of that partnership vibe than just a friend vibe, because we have the 11th house where most of your friends are going to be captured. But in this particular realm of your life, this is about those partnerships. And the card that you get here is the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles is about stability and sustainability and just this solid holding of what matters close to you. You are not taking risks in the area of partnership. You are holding what is important to you close to you. You have it on your mind, and you have your feet firmly planted on the ground around this relationship. This is super important to you, and you're not messing around. You're not taking any risks with it, and you are trying to make sure that it remains stable and solid. And I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay, and then in the 8th house, this is the house of endings and beginnings. It's called I don't usually call it the house of endings and beginnings. I call it the house of death, inheritance, and taxes. It's also the house of mystery. So anything that's unsolved, any kind of a, you know, it can be like a physical death, or it can be some kind of an ending of something. But all endings come with new beginnings, remember. Um, so those are the kinds of things that are captured within the eighth house. And the card that you receive here is the Nine of Cups. Wow. So the Nine of Cups, to have the Nine of Cups within this particular house um, means it's really all about beginnings. This is about beginnings. The Nine of Cups is this is the card. This card doesn't depict it very well because it shows all of the cards pouring out. And I guess that is sort of the feeling is, you have all of this abundance pouring out upon you. But the Nine of Cups usually looks like, let me find it here. Here it is. The Nine of Cups, you can see this guy, he has all of these 9 cups. He's super happy and satisfied with himself. He has all of the abundance. This is wishes fulfilled. This is your wishes come true. You've prayed for something, you've hoped for something, and that's what you've got. And to have that in your 8th house of endings and beginnings tells me this is all, you've got all beginnings coming through for you. Or if there are any endings, they're happy endings. They're the kind of endings that you are, that are not causing you angst or pain or heartache or anything like that. This is happiness. This card is a happiness card. So that is awesome. Okay, the next house that we have is the house of faith and spirituality. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily spirituality. I usually capture spirituality in the 12th house. It can be faith, like religion. It is higher learning, higher education, or travel. And the card that you receive, it's also exploration according to this one. The card that you receive in this particular one is the Four of Cups. You're getting all kinds of cups energy this month, Aquarius. You are the water bearer, so I love this. The Four of Cups is a little bit about, there's a couple of ways of looking at this. I've often called it sort of the brat card, where the person has these 3 cups here that they're ruminating over these 3 cups that they either can't have or that have spilled over or something like that. And the universe itself is handing this golden cup to them, and they're not paying attention to it. They're completely ignoring it. Another interpretation of it is, I've tried this 3 times and it hasn't worked out. I don't know if I even want to try again. And so there's that, like a sense of self-doubt that might be captured here too. In any case, the thing to focus on here is not the 3 cups that you are losing or that have spilled or that you can't have for some reason. Focus on the gift from the universe that is being freely given to you. Turn around and look at what's being given to you. Pay attention, look up, look around you. That's the attitude of this card, is that this person is not being mindful of what the opportunities really are. And if they just turn around, they're going to see, there's the thing that I want. So the thing that you want is being offered to you this month, as long as you don't take this idea, as long as you open yourself up to the idea of the positive. You may be walking through some negative or stressful things, but turn around and look for the positive every day and you will find it. Okay. In your 10th house, the 10th house is your house of ambition and career. This is the place that you take within the world. And it's this card here calls it the House of Authority. This is your career. This is the mark that you make in the world. This is usually your ambition and your drive. It sits at the very top of your astrological chart. It's the pinnacle of your chart, and it captures who you are, who you will become, and the mark that you will make in the world. And the card that you get is perfect. It's the world. You get the world. So the world card is about successful achievement of a goal and going from one portal to another. So the world card almost always has like this circle and a woman going through this circle. She's usually naked, going through the circle. It symbolizes like death and rebirth, and not the physical death, but the ending of something. When you go through a portal, you are even like the room, a door to a room. You're saying goodbye to this room and walking into the next room. And the same thing with any phase in your life. You are you're going through a portal right now, and especially in relation to your career, you are saying goodbye to that thing and hello to that thing. And this is a card of successful achievement. So to have it in your 10th house is just completely outstanding. I mean, it's a great sign. The 11th house is your house of friends that I told you that you would have before. Your house of friends and your community. So this is your friends that you have. They can be close friends. They can be casual friends. It can be just your community, the people like your neighbors, the people that you work with, the person that always waits on you at your coffee shop or the grocery store. Those kind of people are captured within the 11th house. And the card that you get the Nine of Swords. This is my least favorite card, one of my least favorite cards in the tarot deck. It's a card of anxiety and sleepless nights. And but the solution to the Nine of Swords is it's about being like trapped in a nightmare. That's the concept of this card. The solution to this is to get out of bed. you know, there is an easy solution for this person's anxiety. They just need to quit ruminating over whatever it is they're ruminating over. They need to wake themselves up. If they are having, anxiety over something, then they need to try to find the solution and live within that solution. To have this within your house of friends and community means you could be really worried about a friend that you have right now. You might feel really anxious or worried about somebody who's close to you. Or there could be a sense of discord with that particular person. And again, the solution here is to get out of the anxiety and into the solution. The solution can be a couple of different things. It can be removing yourself from the situation if space is needed, or it can be communication. Um, or like I said, space. That time and space might be part of the solution here. Kind of just depends on what that problem is, but um, that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this card. It can also be, as I've mentioned in all of my other readings, the 11th house has been, there have been cards where people are being encouraged to reach out to friends. Libra is a social time of year, the Libra season, and in this day and age, loneliness is it's an epidemic within the first world nations. Adult loneliness is a really big thing, and it has health ramifications. So if you have this Nine of Swords feeling because of loneliness, then the solution there is to not wait for the invitations, but to make them. Get vulnerable and ask somebody to coffee. Tell, have somebody come over for dinner. Just put your neck out there and see if you can start making those friends. It's scary and hard. It's just as hard as when you were in first grade as it is now. It is just as hard as it was back then, but you have more resources now in order to make that happen for yourself. You don't have to rely on your parents to arrange a play date and all of that. You can make the play date yourself. So if that's the reason why you have this anxious feeling within that 11th house, then there's also a solution. Get out of it, and try to, get somebody on your social calendar. Spend a little time with them. See if they're your person. If they're not, no harm, no foul. You can move on to the next person. Okay. All right. 12th house. We have the house of escape. Spirituality, introspection. This is where your shadow work is done. This is where your soul resides. This is your deep inner, who you truly are. Your first house is kind of that mask or that personality that you show to the world. It's what you choose to show to the world. The 12th house is who you are deep down in your soul. So in this particular house, you get the Eight of Cups. And I love the Eight of Cups card because the Eight of Cups is about walking away from that which no longer serves you. Now, some people, they're like, oh, he's walking towards his Nine of Cups, Well, he doesn't know he's walking towards his Nine of Cups. He just knows those 8 cups that are perfectly good, they're filled with just fine stuff, are not good enough for him, and he's not settling. He's done settling. He's not settling. And this tells me deep down in your soul, you know what you're not settling for, and you've grabbed your hat and you're walking toward the sun. This is not what you want. And so you are choosing to go after what you want. And, you're choosing yourself. It's not that you're walking away from something necessarily, is that you're walking toward what you believe to be true for you. So I love that for you. And having that be within your 12th house, that means, you're choosing what is right for you in your deep inner core. Okay, so let's look at your oracle cards. We have your angel number is 151, and the phrase on this is make magic. Your desires are in your hands. And the message on it says, your angels say the time is now to create your future. The things that you want are not just going to happen on their own. You'll need to create them. The steps you take today have a direct link to what happens to you in the future. Sit in a quiet spot and take 5 deep, centering breaths. As you inhale, envision supportive energy flowing into you. As you exhale, know that what you want wants you. That is so true. And having that deep feeling of what do I want when you're manifesting something, you got to know what you want. How is it going to make you feel when you get it? And focus on those feelings, because that will attract it to you. So 1:51 every day in the afternoon, when you see the clock turn over to 1:51, remember that. Make magic. You are the magic maker. All right. Then your spirit animal oh, you cannot plan this. You cannot make this shit up. You got this little dragonfly earlier. You got the dragonfly spirit animal. Oh my gosh, I just love little synchronicities like that. The story about the dragonfly and the significance of the dragonfly as a spirit animal can be found on this QR code. If you want to scan that QR code to find out more, feel free to do that. You can pause the video and scan that QR code. I'm going to read a little bit about this dragonfly in just a moment here. It's number 21. But I have a dog pressing its outside button, so I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, the dragonfly. Adapt with grace. Representing change, the dragonfly serves as a reminder of life's cyclical nature. Its energy urges you to navigate transitions with poise, guiding you to transcend illusions and to discover clarity. By following the dragonfly's example, went a lot of breath. You can move through life shifts with elegance, embracing the lessons that each phase brings. Approach change with an open heart and clear mind, finding beauty and wisdom in every transformation. Adapting with grace means meeting change with calm and courage. So embrace the changes that are coming to you in October with calmness and courage. Then the goddess who will be supporting you this month, her QR code is also right here on the back of the card. And her name is Hina. That's what she looks like. Let me get her pulled up. Her number is the 18. And Hina says to follow your feminine power. Now, this is, remember, when we talk about the divine feminine, this is an energy that is rising right now at this time in our lives, and in this time in the world's history. We are getting rid of the patriarchy. We're killing the patriarchy off, and this is not a gendered thing. So anyway, follow your feminine power. The Polynesian moon goddess Hina serves as a powerful reminder of the feminine strength found in intuition and reflection. She encourages you to attune yourself to the cycles of the moon, recognize the natural and ebb and flow of your emotions, and recognize them as a part of the greater rhythm of your life. Just as Hina's lunar energy governs the tides, influencing the rise and fall of the ocean, so too does your inner wisdom guide you through the various phases of your life. Hina's presence invites you to honor the intuitive knowledge that resides within you, trusting your instincts and the inner voice as sources of profound insight. Love that. All right, and then your oracle card for the month is, well, actually, we'll do your affirmation first. Dream visualization. Through the power of visualization, I vividly envision myself attaining my goals and embodying my dream life. I immerse myself in this mental imagery, infusing it with intense emotions and sensations, allowing the excitement of future success to permeate my being. It's just what I was talking about earlier, is that when you are manifesting something, you really want to sit in how are you going to feel when you receive that? What emotions, what physical sensations will you be feeling when that happens? And, really live in that feeling. And that's, that helps create that manifestation magic. It's a great visualization. A great affirmation for you for the month of October. And then your oracle card is the number 1 card. It's abundance. And this particular deck is called the Voice of the Soul's Oracle. And it has 3 different messages for each card. It's one from your own soul, one from your spirit guides, and one from some entity or person who you know who has passed on. I'm going to choose the message from your spirit guides for this particular card. Abundance. We invite you to move forward in stages. You may wish to avoid some of those stages, thinking that you don't need them, yet they're important for you to create new, stable, and durable foundations. Some things you don't know yet, and by fully experiencing these stages, you'll find yourself in new energy of discovering yourself and others and the meaning of events around you. Decide on your priorities and the time that you wish to spend on them. Then determine the practical goals you wish to achieve. This logic may frighten you, but it's necessary for you to be in a grounding energy. You'll keep your natural and spontaneous character while channeling your energies to focus on yourself and your expectations. Move forward with sure steps and with respect for your chosen path so that you may be in an energy of abundance. I love that. That's just like a step-by-step guide on how to manifest. All right. The last things for us are your keywords. Upgrade. October is going to be an upgrade for you, and you will be surrounded by the comforts of life, whether they be in relationships, physical abundance, or financial abundance. May that comfort be with you at all times, and emotional comfort as well. You had a lot of cups in your reading, so I think that emotional comfort is there for the taking this month. All right, this has been your reading, Aquarius. I hope you have a wonderful October. Please don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this reading and subscribe to my channel if you like this content. And I will see you in my next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.